Hello dear students, this is Arooj Muzaffar from the Department of English, University of Southern Punjab. We were discussing multiple strategies to improve our reading and writing skill. We came to know that reading and writing is not just an academic phenomena, rather it's a skill and an artistic phenomena that we can improve if we work on it. Our last lecture was about the phenomena of scanning, where we discussed how skimming is different from scanning and what is basically the phenomena of scanning. We also discussed that how can we go towards the process of scanning. Our today's lecture is once again related to the phenomena of scanning, which discusses the details regarding it. Basically, we were discussing the idea that we all do know that reading is an essential skill. It plays a very important role in education and everyday life. However, not every reading situation requires us to read slowly or carefully from beginning to end. In many situations, we simply need to locate a particular piece of information as quickly as possible. In such cases, we use a reading technique which is known as scanning. This I already told you in our previous lecture as well. Scanning is the process of searching through a text quickly in order to find specific information. When we scan, we do not attempt to understand every sentence or idea in the text. Instead, we move our eyes rapidly across the page to locate certain words, phrases, or details that match the information we are looking for. Think about a simple everyday example. Imagine you are checking a bus timetable to find when the next bus leaves. You do not read the entire timetable carefully. You simply move your eyes across the rows and columns until you find the time that matches your route. This search you made and the phenomena in which you went towards reading the timetable is called scanning. Another example is when you search for a word in a dictionary. A dictionary may contain thousands of words, but you do not read each page one by one. Instead, you quickly move through the pages until you reach the section that begins with the letter you are looking for. Then you further go towards finding the relevancy of that letter. Then you scan the words in alphabetical order until you find the exact word you need. Scanning is therefore purposeful and efficient way of reading. It helps readers locate precise information in a very short amount of time. We previously discussed that scanning is the technique that leads us towards understanding within a limited time. Because of this advantage, scanning is widely used in academic settings, professional work, and everyday life. In academic studies, scanning becomes especially useful when students work with large volumes of text. For instance, when students conduct research for assignments, they often need to find certain facts, quotations, or data within long articles or books. Obviously, they cannot go for finding the each and every word related to it. So instead of reading everything in detail, they scan the text for relevant information. Consider another situation during an examination. Many reading comprehension passages contain several paragraphs. It is impossible to read each and every paragraph, but the questions often require very specific answers. Students who know how to scan first look at the questions carefully and identify the keywords. Then they scan the passage to locate the section where those words or related ideas appear. So they go for reading of those paragraphs then. Scanning also plays an important role in digital reading as well. When people read information on websites, they rarely read every sentence from top to bottom. Instead, they quickly move their eyes across the screen looking for the headings, links, italicized text, or keywords that match what they want to know. In order to scan the information effectively, readers need to develop certain habits and strategies. One of the most important strategies is identifying the targeted information. Before beginning to read, you must be able to scan the phenomena of identifying the targeted information. In simple words, or in other words, we can say the reader must know exactly what they are looking for. This could be a number, a date, a name, a place, a definition, or a specific term. Once the reader knows the targeted information, the next step is to search for visual signals in the text. Many texts contain visual clues that help readers locate information quickly. These clues may include bold words, headings, bullet points, numbers, capital letters, or italicized terms as well. For example, if you are scanning a newspaper article to find a statistic about population growth, your eyes will naturally look for numbers and percentages. If you are scanning a biography to find the year of a person when he was born, your eyes will obviously focus on the dates. This is the phenomena in which our eyes and brain link together and they work together to find something which we need. Another useful technique during scanning is to move the eyes vertically down the page rather than reading line by line. This allows the reader to examine a larger portion of the text in a shorter time. Skilled readers often let their eyes jump quickly from one keyword to another. It is important to understand that scanning is not meant to replace deep reading. Instead, it serves a different purpose. Sometimes we need to understand ideas, arguments, or explanations in detail. In such cases, careful reading is obviously very much necessary and scanning should be avoided into such readings. But scanning, on the other hand, is used when our goal is simply to find particular information. Scanning is often compared with another technique, which is the technique of skimming. We have to differentiate between both, and we can differentiate between them both by understanding the idea that skimming is about finding the general idea of a passage, while scanning is about understanding, getting an idea or a specific information we are looking for. When skimming, the reader reads quickly but focuses on important sentences such as introductions, topic sentences, and conclusions. Scanning, however, focuses only on locating specific details. For instance, if you want to know what a whole article is generally about, you obviously skim it. But if you want to know the exact year a law was passed, you will obviously scan the text and find the specific years. Students who practice scanning regularly become faster and more confident readers because scanning leads them towards finding the only things they actually need. They also learn how to manage large amounts of information more effectively. In the modern world, information is everywhere, and the ability to locate relevant facts quickly is a skill which is very much valuable. Teachers often use exercises to help students improve their scanning ability. One common exercise to do this is to give students a short text and ask them to find particular pieces of information within a limited time. And you must be amazed to know that the question that you used to do in your examination as comprehension passage is also an example of scanning. Another exercise may involve scanning advertisements, schedules, or announcements to locate certain details. Over time, these exercises train the brain to recognize patterns and keywords quickly. The eyes become more efficient at identifying important signals within a text, and gradually you start scanning in a better way. Another benefit of scanning is that it improves time management during reading tasks, and you gradually improve that how to scan and how quickly you can determine whether a text contains the information you actually need or not. If the required information is not present, you can obviously move to another source without wasting your time. So, scanning is something which reduces your reading fatigue as well. Reading long text word by word can be a very tiring phenomena, especially when the reader only needs a small piece of information. By scanning, the reader saves both time and mental energy as well. And in this way, The phenomena of scanning leads us towards a better student as well, where we can practice with different kinds of text such as newspaper, magazines, academic articles, and online content as well. The more we practice, the more naturally we learn this technique, which gets developed with the passage of time. We can wind up by saying that it is a practical reading technique that allows readers to locate specific information quickly within a text. So instead of getting reading the whole text, it saves your time and your energy by making you focus only on the ideas you genuinely need. I hope it is understandable for you. Thank you so much.